You know, there's a book out right now, and there's a guy out in social media, and I don't know him. We have mutual friends, and I don't know anything really about him, but he talks about achieving your greatness. Personally, I don't know what that means. And the reason I share that with you is what am I going to measure that against? I can only measure that against my human experience. And I know that I am a soul and a body. How can I measure the greatness of my soul and actually measure that against a 3D physical life and a body? So I don't really go into, oh, I want to be great in the world. I never go into that. What I go into, and this will help you have more peace of mind yourself, is for me, how can I help the most amount of people in the world? How can I achieve the most in helping the most amount of people in the world? Now, that word achievement is a tricky word because I am not motivated by homes and cars and money. Even though I have these things, they are not what motivate me. The social status, I don't really care how big I am on social media in terms of like, I don't need to influence a million people and stuff like that. All that I care about, which is, if we want to call it greatness, and it's greatness to me, is making a difference in your life today. If I've made a difference in some way in your life today, then I've done what I've come to the planet to do. Now, what really stops people though? Often people think it is their external circumstances. 9 times out of 10, people will tell you they can't do X, Y, Z because of something external. Mainly no time, no energy, no money. If I had more time, more energy, and more money, then I could be great, as an example of what we're talking about in the video. Wrong. Because see, all those things also come from your subconscious self-image and your identity. Let me give you a good example of what I'm talking about here. I have a really good eye for seeing talent, especially singing talent. Don't judge. I like the TV show American Idol. I love watching the talent. And many years ago, 3, 4, 5 years ago, I saw this kid named Sam Wolf. The second I saw his audition, I said, that kid can win it. But his body language was very modulated, very boxed in like this. Now I watched him do his audition, and the judges all said, that kid can win this. Now, he came in, I don't know, 4th, 5th, whatever, at the end of the season. And as fate would have it, they had him on stage with a guy named Philip Phillips, who actually won American Idol 2 or 3 years prior. So this guy, Sam, is on stage and he's playing away and he's very stiff and he's very rigid and he's just playing away. Philip Phillips walks out and he tears up that stage. Now, I'm not a musical expert. Both of them are probably comparable in voice tone, voice skill. What's the difference? What literally was stopping one that wasn't stopping the other? And of course, Philip had some time to develop his skill more than what Sam did because he'd already won American Idol and had been out in the world doing it. But here's what was stopping Sam: his image of himself, his self-identity, how he saw himself. On that stage, he just saw himself as, hey, this American Idol contestant kid, Sam, who's timid and shy or whatever. Philip Phillips comes out and he sees himself as the winner of American Idol and has these hit songs already. So even though they probably have comparable musical ability and vocal ability, how they see themselves created completely different experiences with the outcome they created. So this is why developing, and this is what I help people do in my podcast, this is why developing a healthy self-image and a healthy self-worth are vital to you creating what it is that you want to create in life. If you want to be great, that's great. Be great. For me, it's not part of my identity. I just want to help the world and make the world a better place. I used to speak at the same events as Donald Trump many years ago. There's no commentary on Donald Trump personally, but he and I were at the same events. And I remember him saying one day, I didn't listen to him speak, but I was walking across backstage or something, and I heard something that he said. And he said, in the early 90s, I was walking in the streets of New York, and I was dead broke. And I looked down, and I see this guy that's homeless. And I thought to myself, I'm $3 billion in debt. $3 billion with a B, dollars in personal debt. That guy's homeless. That guy has more money than I do. And Today, he will tell you he's worth 10 billion. Credible sources say much less than that, maybe a couple of billion. But the point is this. How did he go from being 3 billion in debt back to billionaire status again? Why? Because even in his environment, when he saw himself as, in his environment, when he was physically broke, in his mind, he still saw himself as a billionaire. And you will always snap like a rubber band, whatever your self-image is, whether it's greatness or a billionaire or a millionaire or an Olympic athlete or a musician and a famous one, whatever it is, like Sam and like Philip. Whatever that subconscious identity that you have is what will be fulfilled through your behavior. So, if you want greatness, hey, great, knock yourself out. But you must first be great in your mind before you can ever be great in your external world. So, your takeaway here is this. Work on how you see yourself at the identity level. And this is a phrase that I tell people. Take this with you. Think about it. Practice it. See the world as you want it to be, not as it is. See the world as you want it to be, not as it is. Do that over and over and over and over and over again, and you're now programming your subconscious mind. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you over on the next video.